what is the day? Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is Lisa Blaisdell. I'm so excited to be here tonight with my friend, my colleague, someone who I have learned so much from as it relates to my health, my wellness, my fitness. Kristin Finley, registered dietitian, personal trainer, wife, mom, military spouse. What else? What am I missing? Like a lot of good stuff. And you know, most importantly, an amazing human who really has a heart to serve other people, who truly cares about the health of others. And we're so fortunate to have Kristin as a part of our community on this page with us. So hi, Kristin. I hope people watch. I just heard that like there's stuff going on TV. I was like, oh, I didn't even know what was going on TV. I'm only like in our own world of
I think it's something called a debate.
Yeah, I just heard that. I was like, oh, really? Oh, I don't know. I haven't had the TV on in like 2 days. So hi, Irene. How are you? So I am really excited for Kristin and I just to share for a couple minutes. It's not going to take long. Around what we're calling a 7-day gear shift. So some of you who have been in this page for a while know that we have had experiences where you can really up level your health for 10 days, you know, get rid of some habits that maybe don't serve you, take on some habits that will serve you. And we're shifting gears a little bit, and we're going to have a 7-day, what we call a gear shift. And it's going to be in our VIP page called The Shift, because we really want to focus on the people that are really serious about their health, that really want to up level. And I'm really excited about this. And Kristin has been such an advocate for supporting people through our 10-day experience. I thought it would be really great for her to share a little bit more about what's going to go on in the 7 days. And then we'll kind of go back and forth a little bit. So you want to give us kind of the rundown, Kristin, and why you're so passionate about this experience, this 7 days?
Yeah, I'm really super excited. As Lisa said, I've been helping people run through a program that we've been doing for 10 days, and we are shifting gears and doing this 7-day gear shift in our VIP page. And it's really part of a bigger VIP experience where we really are focusing on a few pillars of health. So we're focusing, in that page, we really believe that nutrition is the foundation of good health. So we focus on one pillar is nutrition, one pillar is movement, and the other pillar is mindset. And so we spend a week on each of those pillars. And then the 4th week of this program is where we do our high gear shift. So what normally used to be just a 10-day program that we would do and then stop, and then the next month we would do that again. Now we're just keeping this VIP experience going for people that are really serious about making continuous small shifts in their life that are going to add up into big changes in their life if they just keep it up. So it's really this continuous program, which makes so much more sense, because as a dietitian and a health professional, we all know that really nothing happens permanently for just 10 days. It really is a shift. So this program is moving from this 10-day start and stop kind of program to this 7-day shift within a continuum of other experiences that you're getting every single day within that VIP page. So a lot of do you want me to talk about the guidelines or kind of
Sure. Before you do, I definitely want you to talk about the guidelines. When we say serious, we don't mean like, the thing that I love about Shift, and what we are having so much fun with this in this first, round of it, is that, everyone is met where they're at. So when we say serious, it doesn't mean like, we're going to call you up and, make sure you're, whatever, eating everything perfect and exercising perfect. It just means that you really are making this a focus in your life. And yet at the same time, everyone gets met where they're at. This is a journey. And I know, Kristin, you have an amazing story of where you started in your journey. I've been on this journey for 17 years. And, the way that my health has improved all these years, if I really think about it, it was little shifts. I mean, it started with one decision that led to another decision that led to another decision. And all of these things snowball together, and they really compound, and they work together synergistically. And then all of a sudden you're at a totally different place, whether that's a year or 6 months. I mean, some people do choose to go faster. And that's kind of what this gear shift we have in mind, that if people want to accelerate, their health and really focus on, a couple of shifts in a 7-day period, then they can experience even better health than before. So yeah, so why don't you lead us into the guidelines?
Yeah. So, and like Lisa said, it really is just
whether it's a year or 6 months. I mean, sorry, I was checking the comments.
Oh, so yeah, some people will, just they're just not in a place where they really want to work on a whole bunch of shifts, and that's totally cool, because you might not be at that place yet, and that's totally fine. And I think it's a good time for me to interject just a piece of my story with this journey. For the whole first year that I sort of started down this journey of trying to really feed myself better, the only change I made was adding plant concentrates to my diet. That was it. I didn't make one diet change. I didn't change up my exercise. I was already pretty physically active, but I didn't make any changes anywhere else. That was the only change I made for one whole year. And that was fine. That was where I was at. And it was like, I kind of had blinders on, it was like, ignorance is bliss, and I just didn't worry about it. And I had so much change in that year by making that one change, that it was sort of the catalyst to do a few other changes. And just like Lisa said, over now it's been 5 years that I've been making these small little shifts. And I look back and I think, man, I am so much healthier today at 52 years old than I was at 48 or 47 when I started this journey. So I'm, eating, everything is just so much better. So it really is, it's not a marathon, or it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, it's a continuum, and it's about making a small change. And as shift partners or people that are there to help you along, we are there to meet you where you are, and then maybe help you, explore other little shifts that you want to make. So the only criteria to be in this shift group or this VIP experience is that you are taking the plant concentrates. Yeah. And the reason that we do that is because we have just found, and I'm a walking, living, breathing testament to this, that I have found that making that one change is so profound that none of us are getting enough plant produce in our bodies every single day. And we just feel like that foundation will help you to make every other shift that you may or may not want to make. So that is the only criteria, is that you are taking, to be in this group, is that you are taking the plant concentrates. So if you're interested in those, have never heard of those, want to know more, reach out to whoever invited you to this page. And if you don't know who invited you to this page, leave a comment and we will make sure that you get information about those. That is the only criteria. Other than that, when we go into this high gear shift week, like I said, we've been spending time, you can enter this group at any time. And we've been spending time working, discussing nutrition, movement, and mindset. Next week, we'll move into a high gear shift where we will continue taking these plant concentrates that we're talking about. We're going to work on getting enough hydration, water in particular, but some other things too. Sleeping. Do you guys know that sleeping is our superpower, as one of our shift partners, Tracy, says, and that so much happens when you sleep at night. And I think for so many years, and especially as busy moms raising families, we seem to be martyrs and think that, staying up all night makes us better, or makes us, that's what we have to do. when really sleep is so important. We'll talk about more about that, but getting enough sleep, continuing to work on mindfulness and giving us 10 minutes of mindfulness a day, scheduling self-care activities or activities that are going to fill our love cup up, working on gratitude, working on continuing to move our body. And then we're going to we're going to try to reduce or eliminate caffeine and alcohol, try to finish eating a little bit earlier in the evening so that we can give our digestive system a rest before bedtime, because as I talked about, sleeping being such an important activity, a lot of detoxification, and sort of, if you think about how a lot of us, turn our dishwasher on at night to sort of clean the dishes while we sleep, our bodies go through that same process. They want to run the clean cycle at night, and we can't do that and digest food at the same time. The body will choose to digest food over running the clean cycle. So we try to have people go to bed, without that added task of having to digest at night. And then we're going to really work on eliminating some processed foods, dairy, gluten, refined sugars, things that we know either tie up pathways of detoxification or that research shows that they create inflammation. So this 7-day gear shift is kind of all geared toward reducing inflammation, and letting our bodies run the detox cycle so that we sort of can clean house inside. So those are the guidelines in a nutshell, but we're really excited about it. We're there to kind of, help people along throughout the week, and really the rest of the time too. Next week, like I said, will be our high gear shift, and then we'll go back to another week of focusing on another pillar within the nutrition framework. So
it's awesome.
It happened.
It's awesome. And what I've been so loving about the Shift community is that there's a lot of people in there like you that have experience. I mean, I have experience from learning for 17 years, but you have experience in helping clients and, teaching fitness. And today, gosh, a mom who's also a certified Dr. Sears lean coach was sharing about whole foods, and just, a powerful story about her son and how her son overdosed on Flintstone vitamins. And, some people will share with me, oh, Lisa, I give my kids vitamins. It's no big deal. It is a big deal. Like I tell people all the time, I don't care what you don't add in plant powders if you don't want to, but please don't give your kids multivitamins from Costco. They're really not safe, and we really don't know what they are. And that's the kind of level of support that's in the group. And what I have experienced myself just going through these cycles is that every cycle you're up leveling. So, the gear shift for you this time might mean that you just focus on eating more whole foods. Maybe that's where you start. And then, by the time we gear around next month and we do this again, maybe you're going to do something else. Maybe you're going to add more smoothies. Maybe you're going to exercise more. Maybe you're going to get a bigger water bottle. You can build on this every single time we have a cycle. And that has been my experience. I mean, I used to focus on the 10 days and not eat any gluten in the 10 days. Well, now I'm really mostly gluten-free. I mean, if there's a special occasion or, a treat, or I'm traveling or something, I'll have some gluten, but honestly, for the most part, I just don't even eat it anymore. I don't, I don't eat it. And so, and I don't have an issue with it. I don't have a health issue where can't have it, but it's just become a new habit for me. So that's what we want for you guys. We want to help you create healthier habits that will just become the norm for you. The norm for me 17 years ago wasn't exercising every single morning. Now it is I feel very not like myself. I do not feel like myself if I don't, I can't exercise in the morning if I'm traveling or something like that. I just don't feel like myself. And that wasn't always the case. So this is what we want to help support you with. So Kristin, can you share, just before we let everybody go, like maybe just an example, because you have helped a lot of people through this cycle in the past. Can you just share a quick story on how this has served people in your community?
Yeah, so maybe one of my favorite stories of the day, we'll say, is a family, actually, a mom and her two daughters. It's Jackie and Madison and Ashley. And Jackie got started and really just wanted to have some inspiration to provide better food for her kids. I mean, that was really her goal. And so we got her all set up. She got into the group, and her kids are she's a fitness instructor, the mom. One of the girls is a level 10 gymnast. So I don't know if we have any gymnastic people on here, but level 10 is the highest that it gets. Yeah. So she's really competing at the national level. Highly competitive. She's 18, a senior in high school this year, hoping to go to college and compete. And then the other daughter, Ashley, who is a pole vaulter. And so a really highly athletic family. And the kids kind of were willing participants, which is good, because sometimes you don't always get that. But these girls have gone to town. And just last month, Jackie was telling me that, oh my gosh, they asked this month if we could go completely plant-based. Like, no, they don't want to do any meat. So even the girls are making these shifts. And I will say that that Maddie, I don't know as much about how Ashley's, track season hasn't come yet, but Maddie is now in her competition season and is having a kick butt year. She's doing great. Awesome. Feels good, and she's just fit and strong, and she's just performing awesome. And so, and she's basically become sort of this plant-based athlete who really has upped her game and is really feeling the effects of what can happen if you put good nutrition, have good mindset, and just roll with it. And it's just started with the same thing, one simple change, like, let's just get you started on these plant powders, and we'll go from there. So that is kind of one of my favorite stories right now, because it was me chatting with one person that then impacted really a whole family. And that's kind of what we're all about, is this isn't just it's not just for moms. It's not just for people who are trying to lose weight, or this is for people that are trying to be healthy and take wherever they're at to the next level, whether it's athletically or, personally, or to have more, a better mindset. It just affects the whole person. And I think it's really important to say that this is not about us, as we call ourselves, I guess, shift partners. So it's not about shift partners telling you what to do. It's about us handing out some guidelines and saying, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself starting? Because I may be starting at a different place than Lisa is, and vice versa. And neither is wrong. We are both in our space, in our lane, doing our thing within a bigger unit of support, if that makes sense.
Totally. No, this was awesome, Kristin. I'm really excited, and I'm just loving the experience in the page, and just really appreciate you and all the contributions that you make, and all your videos, and your fitness workout videos.
Yeah, I have a workout coming up Friday in there.
I'm excited. So
come join us.
Seriously. I mean,
it really is a VIP experience.
It really is. No, it's so fun. So if this is something that's of interest to you, reach out to the person that invited you here, and we can hook you up in the VIP page. And we just really appreciate all of you in this. We're really wanting to help more people with their health and just up-level their health. This is an incredible community, and we just appreciate all of you guys being in here. So we'll let you get back to your families and back to your night. And Kristin, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.